We'll get the notification. Dude, nothing's going on. I've been studying and oh damn, you cut out. Oh, wow. God, dude. Okay, here's something I learned. Jobs are there. Jobs are out there, especially here in UK. Abundance of jobs, right? But the problem is there are too many people fighting for that one singular position. And on top of that, the recession is just making it awful. And the new rules are that I think they're not passed yet, but it's in the talks that the future students who are coming here won't get 2 years of postgraduate work permit.
Yeah, I remember
And
you telling me
the
that
current
I was
batch,
applying there.
yeah, the current batch that have that permit, the employers are not aware of that. So it's like super clashing. And now you have to, if you get the interview, you have to sit through and explain your whole situation that, you know what, you don't have to worry about my visa for 2 years. If you like my performance, you can go ahead, sponsor it. But they're like, oh, we would rather take someone who is much more permanent. So that's the job situation. I have been applying and let's see. I hope for the best. I hope I get something before. You know what? I'll get something before end of this month.
You will. I'm pretty sure about that. The only thing is,
Yeah,
we're uncertain of when, but I'm pretty sure you will before your deadline, I guess.
this month. Yes. How much? Half a month left. 15 days. It
Like
is impossible, but I believe I can do it.
last time we did
Got
this
this.
podcast, I was in Thailand. Today we're doing this podcast. I'm again in Thailand, surprisingly. Uh, but things have changed for me as well. The last time I was here, I had a confirmed internship at a company, and now I no longer have that confirmation anymore because of some technicality that we had within the company. So let's see how that goes as well.
So are they're working towards fixing it, or is it
Uh,
like they're not getting back to you?
they
What's
are
going on with
working
that?
towards fixing it, but it's like there is a
Okay.
small technicality that two big institutes need to figure out for me to work at both the places at the same time. Then it's up to them to do it.
Oh damn! Oh damn!
Eh,
Is our institute working towards fixing
eh,
it as well?
I guess. Uh,
Oh,
it's
okay, that's nice.
it's it's in a gray area right now. It's neither black nor white. But the thing is, because of all of this additional stress that I had to take just to get in
Uh,
to the company, I'm actually even considering if I should do it. Because it's too much effort to just get in. Actually, the real effort to start once I get in, right? Work that I get once I'm in there. But right now, it feels like I have to do so much just to get in. And what was gonna happen once I do get in?
it's just internship, right? Internship,
Yeah,
you don't have to worry about. I mean, you're
true.
still bounded by the same work you were doing earlier. Get I think that's the main issue, isn't it? Getting in is tough. Getting in Google, you have to go through that 8 stages of interviews, all coding and all that.
I saw that
It's tough,
meme
but once you
recently
get in,
where you're like, after getting rejected at the fifth stage of the hiring process.
it's just awful, dude. It's awful. But still, once you get in, life is just easier. You figure out a way. But this is the short-term period where you have to give in your all your effort, and it's just like a stressful situation.
Also, with my master's coming up, I do need to focus on that as well. Also, we've had
Mm.
some
You
new
have to
ideas
study
lately.
for the first semester,
Yes, the first semester only. Then it's just gonna be
for next 1.5.
1.5. If my advisor is happy with my work, that is.
She will be. They will be.
Anywho, in case anybody's wondering, nobody watches. I'm tired because I look tired because of the flight that I had last night, which was only 4 hours, but I've been traveling since 7 in the morning. That is why I look like shit right now. It sucks. I forgot how bad traveling was until this week.
We're getting older, man. That's it. That's the problem. We're getting older.
I really can't get those India trips back then. How long were the flights?
Dude, trust me. The flights were not that bad. Flights were what,
5 hours?
just 4 5 hours. Yeah, 4 5 hours.
And then
It's not that bad
how
to be
about your
honest.
place? How far was it from the airport?
Oh, that's the bad part, isn't
Uh,
it?
Me too.
It's like around 12 hours of bus.
Oh shoot. 12 hours of bus? Not.
And imagine the Indian bus with the Indian roads.
I
So
can't.
there.
For me, yesterday, although the flight was 3 hours long, from 4 to 8, but
Uh-huh.
I had to start at 7 a.m. to reach to the airport in time. Then once
Wow.
I got to Thailand, I then needed to take the taxi to my place. I ended up reaching home at 11:30. So I was outside for
Yeah,
over
yeah.
12, 13, 14 hours. I don't know how long that is. It was a 14
You know,
hours.
the worst one was not my trip coming out here to UK. The worst one was going to India, coming back that one day.
I
Was
can
like
imagine.
just rushing in, rushing out. Oh man, that was painful. It's like I barely got through with the jet lag, but nope, get back on the plane.
Also, the
You.
anxiety, right? Every time I'm at the airport and I'm going through, for some reason, I'm worried about, okay, what if they don't let me in? I am doing nothing wrong. I'm not smuggling anything in. But there's something in me which like, oh shit, act normal, act normal, don't act suspicious.
Dude, you're a full-time student. You got visa, you got re-entry, you got everything. You got valid passport. But no, for me as well. I was coming out here in the UK, and I'm like, what if they deport me just because I'm Indian? Yeah,
I don't know. I think it's an Asian thing. I don't think even the Indian. It's just Asians in general. Like we're
paranoia.
still getting comfortable with airports. Like, in the
Okay,
West, it's
yeah,
really
yeah, yeah, that's fair.
common at this point, right? Like people take flights to everywhere. In Asia, still taking flights is seen as a big thing. Where you're going to another country, you're doing something out there, so you still have that thing in your head. I like triple check my passport every time. This is my passport. It's in my passport case. There's no way it can be anybody else's passport. I'm still checking it. Okay, my name, cool. Next morning again, my name, cool. 1 hour before the flight, my
Not
name,
just
okay.
that. Like I print out hard copy of documents as well. I'm not trusting my phone for some reason, just
uh,
for proof of evidence. Look, I have my ticket. My file was this thick when I was coming out here. I had my vaccination, I had my this, that, and the transcript, the like. Just let me in, bro. I'm not trying to be illegal here.
I don't know. Weirdest thing. Like,
Oh, the worst of all, the bank statement, just to show that yeah, I got money, bro.
for Thailand, I think I had a bank statement, but it wasn't a. Just ask my parents. Go it and oh, US or UK. I know that's a big amount.
It's a big thing. But they don't ask you unless they have doubts on you. But you can never take chances on all that stuff. So
Oh, funny thing was, I got an email from Australia recently, scholarship, and guess how much?
nice. How much? Wait, let me guess. You told me they're
In
not gonna go
Australia,
100%
yeah,
first
yeah,
of
yeah,
all.
in Australian dollars, and I'm not taking it, so you can guess, not that much.
How much was the tuition? Tell me that first.
Twi-
Was it 24 if I remember?
I remember rupees. It was almost 36 lakhs for
Okay, okay.
almost 40 lakh for two.
Uh-huh. Okay. I'm thinking around, depending on you, because you got those grades, I'm saying
No,
around 50%.
no, that's the
Lower?
thing. If it was 50%, I would have considered it. They offered me $10,000 Australian dollars, which comes about 5 lakh Indian.
Oh, that.
I don't know, man. Scholarships are tough. I don't know what they're looking for, but it's not me.
No, the new rules are shit, man. I'll be honest, the new rules in Australia are really bad. I remember they were not gonna allow Indian students anymore unless you are the top 5 percentile.
Australia is like the hotspot of these. Everybody's going. It's such a big issue that they've raised this in the National Council or something. They discussed that all of our youth are going to. I think about 0.5% of the population has already left for Australia or something like that. And they're predicting at this rate, there will be a day where this population drastically reduced because most of them are just going to Australia. I saw a report where
And they
1,800,
all
1,800 like government employees have resigned their jobs and gone to Australia to
wow,
do blue collar jobs, not even like proper jobs, blue collar jobs, just because they have a better salary out there.
earning.
And
Okay.
to somehow manage this, our country has increased everybody's salaries by 50 to 70%. It's
Wow.
a raise nobody's ever seen. It's like the biggest raise ever in the last I don't know how many years.
Just stay, bro. Stay. I mean, um, first of all, I need to ask, how's the cost of living in Bhutan? Is it
Cheap,
similar to India's?
little more expensive than India because you import stuff from India and being a mountainous
Okay,
country,
okay.
transportation is expensive and stuff, but it's still comparative to it.
Not bad. I mean, still 50 to 70% raise on that cost of living. I think it's. How
Uh,
about housing? How much do you go for housing if you were to go for Indian rupees? Like a
so
decent
the
house
thing is,
for like family of four.
I've been outside Bhutan for a while. I also never dealt with those. I'm not that sure. But when I went back this summer, discussing with friends, and uh, with an average salary of about 30,000 Indian rupees, because that's the same as they say that you might end up spending anywhere between 40 to 50% on housing. Let's say 30 to
Oh,
50,000 on.
okay. Hmm, not bad.
But the thing is, people who are getting 30,000 earlier will be getting 45,000 raise if it is exactly like and all that. Usually there are these secrets which I don't 50% raised on your base pay and not on your uh, money that you get in your hand and all that. I'm not exactly sure. Still, it's a big amount.
It is a big amount. Yeah, I mean, considering here as well, like I told you guys, 20K, 25K is big amount considering how much.
Wait,
Oh,
20k
damn, God,
pounds.
30K is like above average.
Uh, that's for a year, right?
Oh yeah. Oh, actually, I was talking to this one guy, right? And he was telling me how he has friends like who settled out here long time ago. What they do is try getting a remote job and
Yep.
get that 30K salary, 40K salary,
Stay in a cheaper
and
place.
no, just move to India. Just
Yeah,
move back to India, and you're getting that 4 million rupees right in
exactly.
your hand.
I've heard of it.
You don't have to pay for your house bills. You don't have to pay for food because you're just staying with your family, and it's like, but
A lot of
what
people,
what happens to the quality of life?
uh, a,
Yeah, go ahead.
a lot of people do that with countries like Thailand, Bali, destination. People just try to stay there while doing something else because it's cheaper here for them,
Cool.
and they're having fun. About the quality of life, yes, it is a downgrade, but I guess with the amount of money that you having saved because of moving here, you can afford the same quality of life. Because even in India, yes, cheap places are bad, but if you have that much extra money, you can live at the most expensive places and still be saving money.
That's true. That's totally true. I mean, just go to Asia, except for Singapore, except for Hong Kong, except for what other
Oh, even if you say Singapore,
countries?
Hong Kong, it's still cheaper than what UK or the US.
Yeah, yeah, they would still be cheaper, but comparatively, not really. I mean, you could live comfortably, sure, but uh, you
Yeah,
still gotta see that rate between say because if I'm not mistaken, Singaporean dollars are higher than the rest. Is
Uh,
that the case?
higher than what?
Higher than Thai baht, of course,
Yeah,
higher
higher than
than
Taiwan for
Indian
sure.
rupee.
But I think it's
Like,
lower than USA.
the, sure, yeah, yeah, of course. I'm talking about Southeast
Yeah, yeah.
Asia,
I
South
think for
and
Southeast
East
Asian
Asia.
countries, I guess you're right. Singapore most expensive country.
Singapore, yeah.
Singapore,
And
Japan.
I've seen Hong Kong housing crisis, and it's awful. It's like so many like people, first of all, and like the housing, it's just so expensive. So,
Similar thing happened in Australia. Australia. Apparently, there are no houses anymore. They're struggling now.
yikes!
I'm sure it's not like houses
That's
not being available. I guess like affordable houses not being available.
uh,
Because there's no way Australia's run out of houses just because of 0.5% of it right there.
brother. It's dessert and wildlife. Just make some space.
It's tough seeing how things are changing in front of us. Like,
Oh
if
yeah.
it's like finding jobs were hard enough before. Now we have to worry about this whole thing on top of it.
First of all, getting a job. That's the biggest step you have to take. Graduate, get a job. Once you get a job, you gotta move on to other stuff. You cannot stay in student accommodations anymore, which means you gotta find your own space. Now that's gonna be expensive, but you gotta save money on top of that. Now you have to be responsible. So it's like everything's just piling in, dude.
About people losing student privileges. SIT has this new rule where you can't stay in the Asian dorm if you're a master student.
What?
Only bachelor student.
No.
Yep.
So he was moving out. When's he moving out?
Okay, we leaked him his address too. But doesn't matter because he won't be there anymore. Uh,
Oh shit! Did that. Oh
pro-
my god!
probably August, I guess. That's the date he's given.
Oh, but Asian Games has so many
Yeah. Oh,
buildings, so
we didn't
it's
say
fine.
which
It's like
building
oh
number.
wait, Games Village, which means it's gonna be tough to move on.
More on people losing privileges. I no longer can go library old card. My old card doesn't work there anymore.
Wait, what?
Uh,
God damn.
I can go in, but I tried renting a power cord once for charging my laptop. I gave them my card and they were like, this doesn't work anymore. I was like, what? SIT removed me from the student list so soon. And apparently, with the master's
Uh,
card, you can't go to the swimming pool or the gym.
yikes. Okay,
I,
look at
I,
this.
I don't care
You
about the
know,
gym, but the swimming pool, come on, man. I wanted to swim sometimes. I'm not paying for that stuff.
I'm not swimming today. I've not swam in years, but I want to swim. What if I want to
Uh,
swim
yeah, but
tomorrow?
I would like to have the
What if?
option to choose, right? I want it to be my choice that
Exactly,
I don't want to
exactly.
go. It's not like they don't want me to go there.
It's just good having that option, you know.
Yep.
It's like it's like a fallback. What if I felt like doing it,
Uh-huh.
doing this tomorrow?
It's like that, right? When somebody messages and you don't want to reply because even though you're not doing anything, you could be doing something.
Yes, yes. I mean, you just don't want to be bothered. What if they came to you with some other work and now you have some other work coming in that's much more priority based,
Hmm.
but now you're
Yep.
just like you're committing to this person, but that is something much more important,
Uh-huh.
and you're like, oh, crap,
Be
it's
weird
weird,
like that.
man. Question. You have seen the videos of iOS 17, have you?
I have. I've watched bosses and some
Uh-huh.
clips from MK.
MKBSD. Okay. I've seen that main clip where you can train the model with your own voice.
Ah, I saw that.
That's pretty cool. That's pretty
Uh,
cool.
are they going to
I don't think so. I don't know. I
uh,
never. I don't think iPad's getting that right.
uh iOS 17? Might not because iPad runs on iPad OS, right?
Mm.
The weird thing. Not the weird thing about that. The thing about that is, I'm not sure how is Apple gonna make it sustainable because training a model costs some money. Not like they do it for free. Of course, they have their own
For
models and all
sure.
that stuff, but they need to make money out of it somehow, right? I think they might have some smart way of charging you money for a subscription model to you. Something out there. I don't think they're gonna give it for
I'm
free.
pretty sure there's data at this point. Could be. And secondly, how much is it? Was it 5 to 10 minutes of data, or was it 15 minutes of
I'm not sure, but
interaction
it wasn't
that's
a
really
lot. Right? It was just a few phrases that you say, and then it can get the voice and all that. But what I'm
hmm.
saying is, there are other websites which do this for fees right now, right? If Apple introduces this, they're basically killing all of the other business.
Man, what is not happening out there? Sure, all businesses are dying already. It's like once you have that loyal customer base already,
Uh-huh.
you don't have that much problem, but the growth can be another
Yep.
thing you need to worry about.
It's hard, like this day and age,
It is
competing
hard.
with any of the tech giants. Is,
The thing is, you can try keeping innovating, but
think about it.
if
When
if you're out there public with it, I mean, big giants are just gonna pivot, and that's it. You're squashed.
think about it, when Twitter couldn't help Meta from copying, not exactly copying, but making app very similar to what they do, what chances do that?
Nothing.
Let's say we make it happen tomorrow, one of the big companies, similar app. There's nothing we can do about it. Because Elon Musk,
They
one of
can
the
just
most
show that.
influential person in the world, if he couldn't, maybe he could, but it underworks right now. But so far, there's nothing happening against threats. I've heard a lot about lawsuits and stuff, but nothing in action. Well, before we talk about
I
iOS
mean, this
17,
this guy's just
uh,
trolling at this point, dude.
a quick deep
Elon Musk.
about threats. What do you think about threats today, 1 week later?
Oh,
Remember, we said we'll talk about it 1 week.
well, oh yeah, 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 sure. I've not opened it, dude. I open it. I see my friends as you and the other friend who's using this a lot as her diary. I see your two threads, and I open it again. I see some random uh pages just popping up in threads, and I'm like, that's it, dude. That's enough.
Uh, some weird reason I was trying to keep up a streak on threads, because of which I was uploading at least thread a day. But it got to a point where
Mm-hmm.
it felt really forced. To the point where I even threaded like if I were to get $1 every time I forced a thread, I'd have $8 or something, and that was on the eighth day. So basically,
Ah, there we go.
yeah.
Yours is first, okay?
Yeah, and today's thread was fuck this streak. I'm done threading. But the thing is, it lost the charm in a very soon. Like it's initially it was exciting because it was a new platform. We were all excited to see what would threads do. But I think they didn't innovate at all after launching. Like it was the first 2 days of us seeing new features and being like, okay, this is interesting. This is something Twitter doesn't have. And after the third day, I guess they just were too reluctant to make any changes, or maybe they didn't care enough. So we just kept going, and there were
So,
no changes and no reason for me to thread anymore. Like there's nothing I'm getting out of it. Keep going.
you
I
saw
can hear
Elon
you, but I
Musk.
need to put my laptop on charger. She could keep speaking.
Okay, yeah, yeah. You heard about that Elon Musk tweet, right? It's like I'll just start adding Instagram features on Twitter somehow. Somehow now. Yeah, it's like I don't know if this guy's even taking it seriously. I feel like he's trolling half the time, so quite mixed feelings on this one.
It's not charging.
Yeah. Is it
Uh,
okay?
it is not charging, and it's at 7%. So in case the stream dies, you know why.
I'll say that. Say that.
Hello.
Yeah,
Yep, it is
it's
charging now.
charging.
We are safe. Okay. This is one of the issues why Hema supports Apple so much. His Mac could survive for 2 days straight without having to be charged. I've been using this for 20 minutes and it's already out of battery.
It's the gaming laptop, dude. The performance it gives was something else.
Hmm. I don't know though. I haven't gamed much on it.
Yeah, that's one of the problems, especially for me. I could have the strongest build in the world, but I would not be utilizing it
Mm-hmm.
completely. I'm still playing the old games. That's not even asking for that much RAM.
Mm-hmm. I guess we are very similar in terms of gaming, where we are not that into FPS and those really high-end games. We just want something that we can use to just throw it up and just chill around. Like you do
Hmm,
the thing where you just
that's
drive around in that Forza, that the game that you do.
Forza.
Yeah, I used to do
Yeah,
something similar in GTA Vice City where I would just keep driving
drive
around.
around.
Yeah, it was fun.
I mean, what's the max thing? You start driving over people. Oh, no, no. The, no, wait. The pinnacle of being bored and driving around is following the traffic light in GTA. Did you ever do that?
Okay,
Oh.
my mic is back. I did. It would be
Yeah,
a thing where I would be like 5 minutes. Okay, I'm gonna follow the traffic lights now, and then the cars drive so slow in GTA. I don't know what they're doing, what
yeah.
they're on. It's so annoying. I get tired of it really soon, and then I start hitting everybody and everything on my site.
I did the same thing in Forza, right? I don't want to break rules. I don't even want to cross the lines. I'm gonna
Mm-hmm.
go full realism. But then it's keyboard that I'm driving with. I don't even have that rig to go on with, which which would be fun if I had that. But it's like just
Mm-hmm.
arrow keys and you're going. But then now when you press the arrow key, your only input is
Yeah,
0 or 1.
yeah.
It's like it's either
You can
go,
control how fast you want to go.
yeah, how fast you want to go. So that's kind of bummer. But uh, the
Mm-hmm.
good thing is, oh, I honk, the car moves, I go front, and the shitty part is there's no police or anything, so that's kind of
I
bummer.
have
It's
a
like,
few friends who've had that controller, like the handle and all that setup and stuff, and they said it's not that impressive once you actually have it. It's it's fun for the first 2 days, and then it just gets to be another equipment you have, and it does make
I
sense
see.
because I don't know how to say. It's like when we were small and we really wanted to wash the dishes for some reason, and our parents would say don't do it, and we would want to do it because they tell us not to do it, and later when we become older and they make us do it and we wouldn't want to do it anymore. It's something like that. We just want it because we don't have it. Once we have it within a few days, we get bored of it.
So there's this another game called Assetto Corsa. That's like the Microsoft Flight Simulator in driving world. I mean, it's like pinnacle of realism. You hit the car somewhere, it's gonna fail. You run out of fuel and everything. And although it's just like circuit driving, going around the circuit, the mod pack is amazing. Where you get, I think, a lot of Japanese cars, and you get the Japanese highway, the rain, and the water makes you skid around. It's realism, sure, but like I said, just going on with the singular keyboard rig, it's not that fun. So I was like, you know what, just refund the game back. And then I refunded it. I got the game again. I'm like, you know what, I miss it. I miss that realism. I want it back. I got it back. I'm like, God damn it, I'm fed up with it again. So this was in the 1 week time frame. I sent it back, but the money never came back. I'm like, okay, you know what, this is a sign. Don't mess around much. If you like something, go for it. If you don't just like give mixed feelings for the game.
I bought a few games in days back. There was a summer sale or something. 130.
Oh yeah, yeah.
Games were really cheap. I got some games at 8. I don't know how, but I got them.
True,
It was in Steam.
true.
I even downloaded one of the games
Uh,
to play, but I never got to it.
Gotham Knights was up for sale.
I didn't see it.
It's all those Teen Titan kids, I guess.
But
Okay. If
uh,
in future DC
have you
fans will see
seen
this,
a game called A Way Up? Up? No, not A Way Up. Just
oh,
Only
way
Up.
out,
Only
way
Up.
out. Oh yeah, 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 only up, only up, only up.
That
People are
that,
playing that a lot, right?
that was insane.
All the streamers.
I was wondering if I should get it, but I've already watched like 6 to 7 hours of people. That so at this point, I know the whole map even though I haven't played.
That's the thing, right? It just gets old after one point, and after one point, you need to have that willpower to get up there. And I've seen people go for how much, how long? The streams are longer than 12 hours on one setting, right?
Speedruns
Just to get the
these days are like 40.
14 minutes.
They are people who find hacks all around the place. Do you remember the place with the dragon is almost at the top?
Oh yeah, yeah, yeah,
So
yeah. I've seen someone
apparently,
play that.
there's a thing that if you stand at an edge of the dragon's wing, when it flaps, it sends you flying up directly to the end. That's how they get it 14 minutes.
Imagine being the person who first found that.
I don't know. There's another speedrun, 1 minute, 11 seconds or something, and they found a glitch in the game where if you roll into the edge of the screen or something, it directly throws you up there. But I think the game fixed it, so it's not an official speedrun. But I saw a lot of videos.
There's that pot game you were playing, right? The guy in the pot.
Oh yeah, getting over it.
Getting over it. Even
These games
that
have a
that one was
name
great.
apparently. They're called Freudian games. I don't know. Like games which are really annoying, and that's why you play it. You don't play it because it's fun. You don't play it for any other reason. You just play it because it's challenging.
We should make some impossible game and just sell it.
I was
I
thinking
I, I
about
just
that. I feel like at this point, it's software. Making a game is a better shot at getting money than making software. But if you make software, you need to make a good software, be lucky, and hope nobody takes you over. If you make a game, you just need to make a good game and be lucky. You don't need to worry about people taking you over. But if you are famous before the other person, there's no way other people can take your idea. Everybody will just call it a copy of it.
true. And by chance, if some YouTuber just goes raging on our game, that's it. That's it. Skyrocketing.
It's
People are
really,
gonna want that.
it's really easy
You
to be
have like
famous these days. You know,
just for speed, put a Ronaldo level or something, and that's it. Ronaldo.
I was thinking about this recently. Wouldn't it make sense to make a company which designs games specifically for streamers? Like every streamer has a specific game made around the things that they do. This way, they will stream it for sure, and if it gets famous, other streamers are gonna play it too.
Okay, that's nice. Wait,
Maybe the same game
for
but
the
with
streamers
different
themselves.
levels, and yeah, different streamers that have different levels, and streamers can send in a
Okay,
request for us to design a level for them if they want to.
that's nice. Uh, I can think of something, proper business model that might go with this.
I don't know. Like this 1 week break that I have. Like people talk about this, right? You should take a break and then you come up with new ideas and stuff. I think that is true.
Yeah.
The last week that I took off, I really had a lot of ideas for some reason. Like every other day, oh shit, we can do this.
There's a lot to do, dude. But it's like whenever you pick something up, you start getting all those third party people who are just gonna be doing the same thing.
But I still feel like in terms of games, there is this thing about the fan base of streamers. Like they call out BS really soon. So if anybody else is copying you, they'll just flag them to death. They'll be like, "Oh, you're copying." But the things we need to be of a a higher quality than the copying company or person. Or. What.
For sure, for sure. I mean, uh, I believe this that if someone's paying you for your service, you give your best to them, like no matter what. So that's pretty much it.
And it's not just
It's
money, right? Like
having
even if somebody pays you in time, like their time, it's still valuable for.
exactly. On top of that, just make sure you're supporting it for long term. I know like games, you get lucky and you're selling it quick, but then it's like a seasonal thing. Once it's done, it's done. No one's
Yeah.
gonna come back unless it's PewDiePie just going through his old videos and whole crowd comes again.
You remember Pacifier? Like Pacifier got famous
Yeah,
because
yeah, yeah.
streamers were playing it. Fall Guys got famous because streamers were playing it.
Mm,
Human Fall Flat was famous because
Minecraft.
people. Minecraft
Hey
was
mate,
famous
no,
because
Minecraft was always famous. No,
no,
no, Minecraft.
it
Minecraft
wasn't
was go.
that big. Minecraft used to be a kids game back then. It would look at it and be like,
Oh
oh,
yeah,
it's
yeah,
for. But then it became mainstream after PewDiePie and like some of the other big streamers started streaming.
that's true. That's true. That's true.
Minecraft is crazy though. Like
Wow.
I've seen some of the videos out there. I haven't ever clicked into them, but I see the thumbnails with people like we made a whole computer in Minecraft. We made this in Minecraft.
I was
How?
thinking that.
What are you guys doing? How far until people are gonna be like, we made a computer in which we made Minecraft in Minecraft? How meta can it get? Like,
Damn.
there's an episode in Rick and Morty where Rick makes a battery which is run by a not micro ecosystem. What should I say? A micro ecosystem which is built by him, and he goes down there and pretends to be God and talks to them every now and then. And then one day he goes down there and he sees that the micro ecosystem that he made there has made another microsystem within it to run that battery, and it
And
keeps
then
going
there's
down.
another.
Yeah, for 3 4 layers.
Oh yeah, yeah. I read about this in one of the Instagram comments. It was about the movie Inception, like talking
No,
about
no,
how
no.
crazy
There's a
the
whole
storyline
other
was.
episode on Inception, in which
Wow,
they go into the
I
teacher's
gotta watch
dream,
it.
and the teacher for some reason has a lot of horny dreams, and they see a lot of stuff in there, and they keep going deeper, like 3 4 levels.
Okay, makes sense. Damn, Rick and Morty is nice. I've
And
seen just the snippets. It's fun.
I've watched the whole show like 3 times already. I do not know why. Like
Whole
you
show. Damn.
usually when I get bored, I try to play something. It used to be Friends,
Uh huh.
then it shifted to Brooklyn Nine Nine, and then
Okay.
now it's Rick and
Wait,
Morty.
wait, 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 wait. London, wait, wait, London. Brooklyn Nine-Nine, season 8. What do you think?
Was it the latest season?
Yeah, it was.
Could you remind me some of the episodes? It's been a while since I watched the latest episode.
Uh, Peralta leaves and Diaz leaves.
I'll be honest, I don't remember much of it then.
Yeah, it was not that memorable. Memorable.
Uh,
I'm
memorable.
losing my language now. Remember,
The
but
last,
the thing is,
the last plot point
yeah.
that I
Sorry, go
remember
ahead.
was Peralta and Captain Holt had to go and hide somewhere because they were getting death
Yeah,
threats.
yeah.
They were in a different city, disguised as some other people. Finally came back to their place. Amy was pregnant, like, gonna give a baby.
Okay,
I think that's the last part I remember. I don't remember the one after.
that's the seventh season. Eighth one was like they go completely woke. Like, if I'm not mistaken, it was about police brutality and all that stuff. So
Oh,
I
I
was
think
like, never
I
mind.
remember some of it. Yeah, it felt a little preachy for some reason. It didn't feel like Brooklyn Nine-Nine. Brooklyn
Currently,
Nine-Nine
I'm
used to be a little unapologetic, right? Where people just
yeah,
making fun
just
about
making weird
stuff.
jokes. Yeah,
Yeah. This season felt like they were trying to deal with the social issue. Nothing wrong with it, but it didn't feel like Brooklyn because of that.
I heard they were gonna make a movie.
Out of this season, or
Uh, I think like a final one. I don't know. I heard about it, and some of the cast were talking about it as well. So maybe it's true, maybe it's not.
I've opened last episode, remember. I actually don't remember the season. Uh, I see that as both good news and bad news. Good news because I have another season to watch. That means bad news because was it that bad of a season that I don't remember anything?
Oh, it was that bad of a season that you don't remember, dude.
I yesterday on the flight I started watching Jujutsu Kaisen. Like I've had people tell me
Ooh,
to watch it for so long, but I never got the time for it. I finally got some time
is
for
it
it
the
yesterday.
volleyball thing?
Uh, volleyball? No, no, it's not. So
Is it the fighting thing?
most animes are fighting. All animes are fighting things. Uh, First episode was a little slow, but I really liked the concept that they were going. I've seen that concept in a lot of movies, but the way they handled it in the anime was really nice. So
Mm-hmm.
what I'm gonna say is not exactly a spoiler because I'm myself on the third episode, so I don't think I'm capable of giving any spoilers yet. But basically, it's something like it's a world with a lot of cursed items, and you're trying to kill all of those cursed items so that they don't spread and kill people. And then there is this one really big kind of who has 20 fingers or something like that. And each finger is one of the biggest cursed items.
Uh,
And
I've
then we have
understood
our
you.
main character, really strong both mentally as well as physically. Not really strong as in like fighting. Actually, fighting too. Like he's really strong. He like grade A student, not grade A student, but a student who does very well in sports and all that stuff. And then there's a fight where some of his friends are going to die because they were in contact with one, and to help them he eats that finger, and then once he eats that finger the demon is now inside him, but since he is very strong like mentally and physically, he's able to overpower the demon and he's able to control it within himself. What the good guys are now planning to do, they're trying to use him as a vessel so that he can eat all the 20 fingers, and then they can kill him so that the demon is gone forever.
Yeah.
And then that's the premise for it, and I'm on episode 3 right now. It's really fun
So basically
anime.
Venom, right?
I was thinking about that when I saw it. I was like, this is Venom. Just make Venom be the bad guy. In Venom, at least Venom is the not a good guy, but
No,
at
no.
least he's trying to be good, right?
I mean, he started out. Oh yeah, yeah, for sure. He started out being like the alien trying to take over the world and eat everyone up. But at the end, you see that okay, he's getting good. I don't want to fetch, but what if the demon inside just turns out to be good, just so they don't kill him at the end?
I have no idea about this. I think
Venom.
Jujutsu Kaisen is still running. And
I see. I'm
oh,
pretty sure manga must be out already, right?
yeah, I'm sure they become an anime. Have you watched it yet?
Oh yeah, I've been watching it. It's
Uh,
fun.
I also got a little Demon Slayer vibes where first objects are basically demons fighting against them.
Hmm.
I don't know.
Okay, okay. Dude, there's a lot out there that I need to watch, but then at one point, even I'm getting overwhelmed by the whole thing that's just going on. I'm like, do I have enough time? No, it's like our first talk. It's like you're doing nothing. You could be watching that anime, but you're like,
Yeah,
am I bothered to even watch it
I
anymore?
I have this thing where I put stuff on the watch later list on, and then I have like 100 things out there, but I'm like, do I want to watch this right now? I know I want to watch it later, but is it now or is it even later?
Yeah,
And then
exactly.
I end up not watching it for a while. And then one thing about YouTube I've realized, if you don't watch some 10 to 15 hours of it coming out, you never get the will to watch it. Then after that, it's just the old thing and you don't want to watch it.
Here's one YouTube controversy. Since we are on the YouTube platform, you heard about that guy who used the cream to take out his hair?
Sorry.
I don't know how to frame it correctly, okay? It's like there's this one guy on YouTube who like basically used hair removal cream on his ass
Okay. And it's a controversy.
on YouTube.
What?
No, he literally uploaded his ass on YouTube. Like spread
And
apart, just applying cream.
and
And
he
YouTube allowed it. And it was under the educational section. I was like, what the hell, dude?
how that got through.
I
YouTube is really strict with its guidelines. I don't know how he got through with.
exactly, exactly. You have to censor even swear words. You have to censor anything and everything. But here, this guy is literally, because it's educational video, they allowed it for some reason. And now it's taken down, of course. But it's,
Did you know that Coco Melon diss track that PewDiePie made? YouTube made him take it
no.
down just because he was
What?
swearing in the video to kids directly. Uh, and apparently, like PewDiePie clarified it later that the swearing that they were doing, they were voiceovers, and he wasn't actually doing it in front of the kids. But still, he didn't want to fight with YouTube and all that stuff, so he just took down his video.
Of course, all music videos are
Exactly.
lip syncs.
That's also the weird thing. So many people do such weird stuff in music videos just because you can get through with it, and nothing happens to them.
People on YouTube. I mean, what's worse? Is Twitch less uncensored than YouTube with the guidelines, or is it
Uh,
similar?
which be a lot more wild back then. Stream basic naked almost, but then they added this can only be or near a or in a because makes sense, right? If you're on a beach, you wouldn't be dressed up. But then people abuse that system by installing hot tub in their places. Then the hot tub stream. That is the category in Twitch currently now.
Ah, yes, 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 yes.
Uh, Also for some reason they have sexualized the ASMR content.
Of course.
It's the weirdest thing. I don't know why people watch it or why. Yeah,
Well,
it's weird.
people are weird, and the viewers are weird. No point on shaming anyone's fetishes, but
Yeah,
some of them are purely weird, dude.
and I don't blame the creator at all. I blame the viewer. The creator is there
Oh yeah,
because there are viewers. If the viewers would be watching them
exactly.
for singing or something, I'm sure they would rather do that.
And then there's a second category where there are no viewers and there are creators. Like, thank you. We'll
Yeah,
be here.
creators completely dressed up, talking about fun stuff around YouTube, Twitch, and everything. You know, there was this rumor before where people wouldn't say Twitch on YouTube. They thought that it
Oh yeah,
brings
yeah.
it down. That's why you would often hear people saying the red platform and the purple platform. But
I think it's the same. What was it? You were not there. I think you were not there, but uh, back in SIT, one of the banks came in. I don't remember correctly, but maybe it was Krungthai, and they were like, uh, "Our app does this, 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 unlike our green color counterpart." I'm like, "Bro, what the hell?"
this is how. This is not how. This is why I'm surprised with what Mr. does with Feast. Have you seen that? He clearly says that Feastables is better than Hershey's.
Hershey's,
Yeah, he never says
Hershey's,
like
yeah.
the other platform. He tells people to go Hershey's and stuff. He says shit. I'm surprised
Mhm.
Hershey's isn't making a defamation claim against.
I think there's some shit going on between them already. Maybe I mean Hershey's getting free advertisement that way. Why would they go? 100
Uh,
million people just hearing Hershey's
uh,
randomly.
I do agree that negative publicity is still publicity, but in this case, it just feels little. I know Mitsubishi is doing it as a joke and it's well, but still, it just feels weird because if it is just a YouTube channel, I get it. You're just having fun and stuff. But this is a full-fledged business. If Mr. Beast, Twitter, Threads, or anything, at this point he puts his YouTube link first, followed by Feastable.
Excuse me. Yeah, 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 yeah. Everything. Mr. Beast is like, it's crazy how much he has monetized in just a few years run.
But from what
Wow.
I see, I think Feastable is the biggest source of income that he gets after he channel at this point.
Hmm.
Because he had Mr. Beast Burger too, but I don't see promoting that as much as he. Vegetables is everywhere. Anything you see,
I mean, if you think about it, a Mr. Beast burger is not that different from your regular McDonald's burger. I mean, all you're doing is getting the Mr. Beast packaging and that extra stuff on top. But the prices are same and everything else is the same. So
have you tried Feast?
is it out here already?
I don't know.
Let me
It's out in the US. I know.
say no.
I think it should be out there too. It's out in Asia.
Let me Stables. Okay. Er, hmm. 17 hours ago.
What? This came in?
Being asked, yeah, it just came in.
That's a great coincidence that
Uh,
we just talked about it right
um, Mr. Beast. Wow. Wait, give me a second to read it. The range of four feastables are here. Crunch, these nuts,
now. These
milk
nuts.
chocolate, and original chocolate. Yes, it is predicted to be the next Prime. I've seen Prime bottles. They're expensive. Come on, dude. Like, I don't know what's the hype with Prime. I'm
Uh,
pretty sure if Pima saw Prime, he's
he
gonna
would
go
buy it.
ahead and buy it. No
He would buy
matter
it. I don't know if he would continue buying it, but he would buy it at least once just for the.
how much. Next time when he was here, I should go bring a Prime bottle to show it to him.
I don't know.
No, no, no.
Uh,
I'm not putting money on that.
the thing is, it's where you want to support. I personally wouldn't want to call or
I know you would support blue. Blue is fine. Is it?
yeah, it is. I haven't drank it in. I'll drink it.
Yes. Did you have any withdrawals when you
Yeah,
had blue?
water.
When you
I was so
arrow.
busy down there. I didn't even realize I missed. It was a crazy week
How was your trip,
running
dude?
around.
How was
A lot of running around.
running on? Of course, I remember.
I reached there
All the
Sunday. Monday was
relatives, all
office
that.
work. Tuesday was office work.
Yeah.
Thursday was Thursday was, and then Friday was me going on top of a mountain. I don't know if you saw the. It was an
I saw it.
8 hour long
It was
trek.
pretty.
That day was crazy. We went up, came back down, and then we immediately had to go to a reunion party with our. Where I couldn't stay for long because I had a flight next morning. Then so I left that place in about 30 minutes. People were like, "Come on, a party bummer." I'm like, I need to go tomorrow, and there's nothing I can do about this. I leave early. I get here, and yesterday I was traveling. Today the entire day I just got up for this podcast, right?
That's okay.
And this camera is still shit
Would
even
I
after a
have done
week.
podcast by myself? Is it possible to do podcast by yourself? Just
Hmm.
sitting and talking random shit?
I think would that still be considered a podcast? Like,
I don't.
what is the criteria for something
Yeah.
to be considered a
What is the criteria of pod? Let me look up.
podcast? That's
Pod.
Google podcast. Uh, 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 Podcasts are digital audio content distributed over the internet using a podcast hosting service. So basically, it's just anything. Right? So it doesn't even need to be two people, even one
Anything
person.
voice. Yeah.
That means
Basically.
people can call their gaming videos and podcasts. And
I run a successful podcast channel. Yeah. Yeah. That's fun.
did he have a new
Um,
video recently? I think there was.
Mr. Beast. Oh yeah, yeah. If I'm, if I'm not mistaken, it was on his gaming channel.
I haven't watched it. Oh, it was the giant bit. Talked about it last time. Did we talk about that
Mr.
video
Beast.
last time?
Oh
The
yeah, yeah, yeah.
famous one.
We talked. God damn, 91 million views.
Yeah. And like honestly, I don't like that video.
Yeah, I don't like it.
Like
I
that
mean,
is
there
that
are
is
some things.
similar to the $1 versus $1 billion yacht. I don't care about it. I see like kids maybe care about it because it's something. Kids are wild, right? Their thoughts go wild. They question everything. They need to know answers to this kind of stuff. I'm just too old for it. I don't care what happens if a train falls into a pit.
You know what kind of content I joined Mr. Beast for? Like, first of all, it was that random demolition content when I was younger. And then there was this content he used to make a lot, where he would go on survival out there,
Yeah,
just going random places, ordering pizza and all that random shit. That used to be fun. Surviving in wild for XYZ amount of time.
I liked
I was
his
like, "Hey."
challenge videos where he would challenge maybe himself or other people in it, kind of stuff. Like I still feel like his videos that ages 1 200 fight for $500,000. Best video I've seen so far. Like the editing was good, the idea was good, the execution was good, the finale was really good.
Now he's just an MC, if you think about it. Like,
He is the world's most
uh,
richest and
hmm. Um, there's this another channel I used to watch, right? It's called Yes Theory.
yeah, I've seen some of the videos.
They used to be I mean, I still like them. It's no hate, but I used to like their earlier content where it was really down to earth. It's like they're doing everything out of scratch, and there's no high budget filming. It's like there's something special about that one camera thing. It's like everyone's just trying to film. I don't know how to put it in words, but it's different. Now
Yeah,
there are the cinematic shots coming in. It just feels like a movie at one point compared to a YouTube video.
I agree. Some of the channels fun to watch because it was relatable. Right? You could watch them and be like, I could do it. I just don't have the time for it or the energy for it. When you look at like polished content, which is a good thing, but you then suddenly feel disconnected. Feel like you can't relate to it anymore.
Yeah. Yes.
Uh,
I mean,
watch.
challenges used to be believable. It's like going out there, talking to stranger, asking them XYZ, getting their stories. Sure. And now all that thing is just gone down to Instagram content where people would be doing weird shit with strangers.
Did you watch?
Oh yeah, yeah, I used to watch him. I
He
used
had
to watch
this
him.
channel called.
Yeah, 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 yeah. BBQ one.
Never a fan of the content, but I used to just watch it for fun. Like it was interesting how he used to play with the characters, and he apparently he still does it just using his Pixel phone because he likes the raw feel.
Yeah, exactly. That's nice. I like that. I've not seen his channel in like a year or something, but I guess I'll
He
go
hasn't uploaded
on
much.
Sunday.
He's gone more. He has Amazon. Also had his own uh, series with proper content, polished thing.
What do you think? Would we be that polished?
Me,
Would we?
I
Would
would
we?
honestly never want to be that. Even if I could,
Not that.
yeah, I would prefer not to. Like I want to
I
make
mean,
to be more
facts.
high quality, but I still want sense of it to be just friends having fun.
Exactly. That's the main thing we're aiming for. Max, what we could do was to get a editor and start making shorts out of all our content. But I don't want someone to go ahead and be a script writer and script the whole
Yeah,
thing. I mean, that
at that point, it's no longer us just having fun. More of a business. Nothing wrong with it again, but it's just not something we're going for.
wow. What's he up to, dude? I
He
saw he went for
yeah,
some
he
Asian game.
went to watch that Asian happening. I had no idea that's out there too. Apparently Sri Lanka won some of the medals. So
Wow.
I get a call from him, right? He's like, he told me before that he's going there today, so he might be a little late. Can start early, and he will join us. And then he calls me a few hours later, and he's like, "Oh shit, I can't come today. Maybe we won 3 medals." He said we won 3 medals, and I was like, "Wait, what?" They had like mini competitions for the viewers and stuff. He's like, "Oh no, no, I mean like Sri Lanka won 3 medals."
Communism.
Yeah, I heard the Russian
Really
theme music
high.
playing in the background. But it is a
The
really like
Russians.
proud feeling. I get that. Like every time people like
Mm.
sports, especially when you win in sports and you see your country national anthem playing in a different soil and stuff, I get that feeling. Like, although I'm not the most patriotic person myself, but I can understand why that moment is so special. So
I agree. I agree. I mean, you see all the Indians going around. Sure, they're being noisy and nosy and irritating. No hate, but they're annoying for some reason. I would prefer myself. No, enough of rant. But when you see them celebrating the culture, that's when you know how far we have come. It's like yeah, it's something to be proud of at one point. But I'm not the most patriotic either. It's like,
there
hey,
is
whatever. Ah,
this
yes.
say this thing. Uh, I do not take credit for accomplishment of the best out there. So I don't want to be blamed for the worst Indian either. Also, he does this thing called 10 on 10, where he decided to make 10 episodes, 10 really hard hitting topics, comedy out of it. He did like 3 to 4 episodes of COVID, and he recorded another one recently. He talks about war and all this. It was a really good episode. The way he described how why people fight and all that.
I started watching him recently as well. Like earlier, I just saw his one or two movies. That was it.
I don't think he's proud of his movie.
uh,
He tells about his movie on some of his podcasts, and he's like, he was at that stage where he was getting fame, and Bollywood seemed approachable for him for some reason that time because fame, and then suddenly he gets a call saying, "Do you want to act in a movie? There will be Sunny Leone, there guys," and he was like, "Sure, call me in." He did Masti Zade, and then the call stopped coming again.
yeah, it's like it takes a lot of effort to build up there, and it's easy once you're there, but it just takes one mistake to just get out,
But
and you have to start over
I
again.
still feel like Masti Zade wasn't the worst movie. I've seen a lot more worse. Uh, what category of movies are erotic comedies? I don't. It's not exactly erotic.
Uh, I think it's comedy, right? There's no romance in it, so not
It's
romance,
not rom com. But I think
not rom-com.
but there's a specific term like those kya cool hai hum, Masti. All like I think these are the only movies in this genre.
It's where they're making all kind of those jokes
Yeah,
and
the
swearing and all
double
that.
meaning joke. Swearing not as much, more of double meaning.
Yeah.
Back to the recent video that he made. He had this interesting concept about like telling how people uh get other people excited for war. He was talking about like for a war to exist, you need to introduce concepts in. First is the concept of brother. Second is the concept of other. Then you need to somehow hype them up, love their brothers, hate the others. So eventually, you can get the brothers to fight against. It was like such a small concept, but it made so much sense. That's exactly
It
what
makes sense.
everybody is doing. These you see any war happening, countries at war are either trying to make somebody their friends or their enemies. All about that.
And bad part is like once someone is set on the mindset of not liking the other people, they're
There's,
just on there, you know.
there's no going
Nothing
back.
can change that. Yes, there's no going back. And the worst of all is this person in front who is just going to start going crazy as well, and it's just going to escalate everything, and it's just crazy.
The weird part is that humans are flawed by nature. Every human has something wrong about it. And if you dislike a human, the flawed feature sticks out like a sore thumb, and you immediately notice it just because you dislike that person. Like your best friend could have
Yeah,
the worst qualities, but you would ignore them just. But if your enemy has the slightest bad habit, you will notice it and you will talk shit about that for the rest of your life. Also, another thing that is hyping stuff up. Like they like this feeling
yeah,
of unity and being part of a group. If you're in a group and you say shit about somebody else and the other people appreciate it, then that will just motivate everybody else in the group to do so too, just to like they're part of the group. That happened with us too, where we did this to somebody who didn't say hi back to him. We all made him the we all made him the enemy, and we talked not exactly talk shit about him, but we would make fun of him just because we would get the laughs in our group. I also did something very
actually,
similar in high school, which I'm not really proud of. But that's what I'm saying. Like it's really easy to get into this rabbit hole of just making fun of people just to be part of the group.
but here's the threshold line, right? I mean, you could be making fun of anyone and everyone, but it's you have to look at your intent as well, like by which intent. Are you actually trying to harm that person, or is it just for laugh and fun? Just to be inconvenient, you know? It's
Yeah,
having a common
uh, uh, uh,
thing to talk about. A common.
I get that, but it
Go ahead.
also
Sorry.
differs based on the power that you have, right?
Mm,
Like we as a university going, we don't have that much influence over
yes,
anything. Even if we had bad intentions, we couldn't do anything. Our intentions might be bad, but still, the effect that it has on the other person, still not ignorable.
exactly, exactly.
And just
I
imagine
mean,
this. Now take what we did to another level where you are the president of a country or something.
Elon
Launch
Musk comes in.
you can launch nukes with a press of a button. Like at that point, if you do something like this, it's no longer about the intent, right? Even if you have the purest intent, just making a group of people hate the other group could make things go from bad to worse really.
That's true. That is true. You're right with this. Even making a joke can be really, really expensive at that point. Um, I'm just thinking, it sucks.
Do you ever wonder like how funny it is that there are a few people who have so much power and like I don't think anybody should have that much power in there. I'm not talking about the rich people and the power they have. I'm talking about the world leaders who can
I agree.
decide whether war happens between countries.
Yes, and people who are leading organizations like UN, you know, it's like,
Is
buddy, you
you
can just
UN even a
move
thing
in.
now? What's happening? Russia, Ukraine.
It's
I see nothing
it's a
about it.
joke.
Yeah, yeah.
It feels like a joke.
I remember studying with League of Nations back in our day, where that was supposed to be the UN back
Yeah,
then. It wasn't functioning properly, so it got replaced by UN. And I see UN not maybe it's doing stuff that we don't notice, but on the news, I don't see anything happening. Russia and Ukraine are still in tension. People aren't talking about it because people have got the attention span of a squirrel at this
wait,
point.
am I getting this wrong, or is Russia getting clapped completely?
I'm not sure, but I think uh, people are supporting Ukraine, but nobody's doing anything about
Yes,
it. Both the countries are still in conflict.
I heard that there's some conflict going on inside Russia as well.
I
So
have no. You mean like people
wait,
against
let me
the
look up.
government?
It was actually interesting. It was actually interesting news that I heard. Conflict in Russia. Uh, it's going to news. Yeah. Speaking of power. Putin threatens to use cluster bombs
Say
for
it again.
Ukraine. Uh, Putin threatens to use cluster bombs against Ukraine. It's been 508 days of invasion. Wow. God damn it. This is crazy.
You know what's crazier? The fact that people
What?
are bored of the story already. That's why no major storm is covering it. It was the biggest
I mean,
news
it was the
for a
first few weeks,
month
right?
or two, and then nobody cares about it anymore because they don't get clicks anymore.
Wow.
It is,
Like you said, humans are flawed.
yeah.
They just want that particular moment of spice in the world, and that's it. After that, you're done.
How is Big Boss a bigger news than impending war out there? Like I see every YouTube channel covering Big Boss these days. For
All the
foreign
memes,
viewers who
dude.
do not know
All the
what
memes.
Big Boss is somehow a show where puts semi-famous personalities, see how they interact with each other. It's like observing animals in a zoo, apparently. People watch it for some reason. Get enjoyment out of watching. And have you seen how Salman
People,
Khan hosts that shit? He's just on the stage, hands in his pocket, probably hearing stuff on the earphones and just repeat. No enthusiasm, no excitement, nothing. Just comes out, says
there
thing
used to
in
be
the
time it
most
was
monotone
something,
and yeah. Initially it was fun because you get to see how people are behaving in real life and stuff. But eventually Big Boss just turned out to be this thing where people or celebrities who are dying in fame just come to research their fame for a brief moment. And I think even that wasn't working.
which goes in Big
So
Boss
now this season they're taking YouTubers there too. Only reason Big Boss is a little famous right now is because there are two YouTubers covering it.
That's fair. That's fair. I don't know. It's annoying, dude. At one point, I was like, God damn it, I don't want to watch it anymore. I'm done.
I don't think
Speaking of not
man,
watching anymore, Secret Invasion, dude.
I haven't watched the
Marvel.
first episode.
Don't do it. Don't do it. Once it's done, I'm just gonna read the synopsis or something, and I'm going to watch the end credits scene. That's it. That's pretty much it. It's the worst piece they've put out there after She-Hulk.
I think
After She-Hulk, I'm saying.
I think this is a bad take, but I actually kind of enjoyed Shio. Like not for the story of it, but
Wow. Okay.
I kind of enjoyed watching even the last part where people were like it's breaking the fourth wall and shit. I still kind of liked it for some reason. I thought it was, but then
It was nice.
I later read somewhere that it was always done in the comics, not something new that they came up with, and it immediately killed the
Yeah.
innovative factor for me. I thought that they came up with it just for the series.
Oh no, but Deadpool broke the
Yeah,
fourth wall.
the Deadpool does it, but the way She-Hulk did it's really better. Where she went out of her frame, she saw Kevin Feige, who was a robot. It was weird.
Kevin.
All the Kevins are bots. But back to this shirt. Marvel is doing something really wrong post Endgame for some reason. Like they had this phase where
They're going
their
off the track.
series were really good, like Moon Knight, WandaVision. These I
Loki.
actually really enjoyed those stuff, Loki. But then the movies started rolling out. The movies weren't up to mark. Uh, what were some of the movies after post ban?
Ant-Man and Wasp, Quantumania. That was shit, dude. That was bad. It was awful.
Uh,
Like,
unpopular take. I won't say I loved it, but I didn't mind watching it. It wasn't up to Marvel level, but I guess as a standalone movie, it was still
sure,
okay-ish.
sure. Okay. Guardians was good. I've watched
Guardians
Guardians. It
really
was
good.
amazing.
Yep.
Multiverse of Madness was
Okay.
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 Okay. It was okay.
Better than
I
Ant-Man,
mean,
worse than Guardians.
okay, okay. Yeah, 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 fair.
So right now,
Uh,
if you want me to like rank post Endgame, right? It has to
Go
be
ahead. Yes.
Guardians, No Way Home,
Hmm.
and then every other movie.
Okay, that's fair. That's fair. I would be on the same thing. No Way Home was super hyped because of the
Andrew
two
Tate.
actors joining in.
Okay, did I just say Andrew Tate?
No, you did not say that.
Andrew
Wow,
Tate.
look at you. Damn. Uh, Andrew Garfield.
Back in
Where? Where?
Golf you. Call back right now.
Okay.
It's fine. Nobody cares.
That one guy cares, dude. That one guy. I don't know who he is, how he is, why he is, but he's still. Yeah,
All right, back to
I feel like it, it was well hyped. I mean, that was a perfect amount of hype in No Way Home and perfect amount of content where it's up there, but it's not like it's like amazingly up there,
if you
you know.
rewatch it, the story doesn't feel that strong. Uh, it was
Exactly.
just fun because of the cameos. Guardians
First multiverse movie
has
in
a
real
story.
life.
Guardians, no one can
Guardians
beat it.
has a story.
It gets you emotional at places, gets you laughing at places. It really hit the mark perfectly. Guardians is what Thor movie should have been like. In the Thor movie,
You
they
know,
just
Thor
went
could have gone
overboard.
so yes, especially with the comedy, it makes no sense.
No,
And on top of that, they killed Zeus, but then Zeus back alive again. Like what?
when did they kill Zeus?
In Thor, like when what's his name? Korg, the stone guy. Yeah, he Zeus throws the lightning bolt. Korg dies.
It,
I mean, just troubles out.
Zeus didn't die. I remember like it hit him, but he didn't.
It was through his chest, right? And he fell down. I thought he.
I saw him fall, but I don't think he.
Okay, okay, maybe. But if you were to go just watch snippets of Secret Invasion, you're gonna be like, what the fuck, dude? What the fuck? Like completely what the fuck? It's awful. The dialogues are awful. The acting is okay. It's okay. But the guy, Nick Fury, right? He's just acting out of order. Like you used to take Nick Fury seriously. Like he goes ahead and controls all the Avengers. Now he's just a clown. That's it.
I get it. Like before Nick Fury wasn't funny because he was funny himself. It was funny because he was really serious and surrounded by funny people. That is what made him funny. But if you now suddenly make him the funny guy, it's no longer. And that is one of the main reasons I didn't like Captain Marvel. Like the way that they were trying to put, I didn't connect with me.
I don't know why they're still trying to cater to younger generation. You know, it's sure you want someone to come into Marvel, but look at the comics, look at your legacy. It's rich, especially in in terms of violence, where all you're doing is killing someone and making sure that person never comes back up. Is it too much? No, but it is. It's Marvel.
Yeah. I think think its audience because they're not able to keep up with endgame hype. And the thing is, I think what they need to realize is it's fine. They don't need to produce an endgame level movie every time. I think
Exactly.
it's they're too much in their own heads and trying to make that, and in the process ending up with sub quality.
What is that? Avengers, next Avengers will be Secret Invasion and Secret Wars, right?
That's what I heard.
Yeah, I mean, why? Avengers is supposed to mean about it's not like a whole big ass group coming in together. I I'll be honest, I was really overwhelmed when I saw the end game final scene. I mean, sure, it's nice, it's amazing. It's like your goosebumps
Yep.
comes up because you see everyone just following this captain's order
Uh-huh.
just to beat the crap out of Thanos' army, sure. But after that, like Multiverse of Madness and all that, it just feels like you're going down in quality. Just because you're adding character doesn't mean you're adding content in there.
Yeah, before even when they had a new Captain America, Iron Man, it felt natural because they weren't trying to force the connection. It happened naturally. These is
The end
every
credit scene,
yeah,
sure. It just sets up another movie.
yeah.
Finished. That's done.
These days, like every movie, they are trying to play this 3D chess kind of thing where they want to connect everything with each other, and it just ruins the movie experience. You watch
Exactly.
Spider-Man Across Spider-Verse yet?
Yes, yes.
Okay, then just spoilers ahead in case you haven't watched. Listen to what I'm gonna say in 5 minutes. What do you think about the climax just cutting off right there?
Uh, it's annoying. It's annoying. Why do you want to leave us hanging?
Yeah, thing is, I get wanting to make two movies out of it, but you still need to give us a climax for this movie. This movie had no climax.
It's like it's like a super cliffhanger, you
Uh
know?
huh.
It's like
No, like
you just
Bahubali did this thing. Endgame,
yeah,
Infinity Wars did this, but they all had their own climax. In Infinity Wars, the Wakanda fight was the climax. It was a really big fight, and it was satisfying as hell. Even though it was a cliffhanger at the end, I was satisfied at the end when I left home. Across the Spider Verse, great movie. I really enjoyed the whole runtime, but I was left hanging. I wanted some closure at the end. I didn't want the movie to be without any.
come back next year, bro.
Not next year. You know how long Marvel will take to make? Maybe 3 4 years.
Oh no, there. Wait, it's 2025, right?
They have the date already. I didn't see it.
Yes, it's 2025. It is. It's fixed. It's the
2 years.
date is not fixed, but it's
Yeah, but
fixed
see,
already.
2 years, and you know, with Marvel and these, they can easily postpone the date. The smallest thing.
Oh yeah, there are the strikes going on and everything. But I, I've I don't remember which one was it, but the movie ended with a cliffhanger, and it was like it was awful. It was a two-part movie, and like, bro, why? Just
Yeah,
finish the
I
movie,
get people wanting
finish
to
the story.
do two-part movies for epic and all, but if you're making a movie, always make it be a standalone movie. I should be able to just go watch that movie, be satisfied, and go home. It shouldn't be like I have to watch the other movie, at least complete this movie's arc.
Or just wait until 2025 and
No,
then watch
things
first and second part.
they could have easily added a climax. The whole last part where he went back to his
I
another dimension. Instead of that, they could have just extended the train scene where he was up and made him fight the other Spider-Man for a while, and that could have been a good enough climax for me. Right now, the climax was just him running and jumping off the train. That wasn't a climax.
man, I
The,
don't know what
twi-
they're doing.
the twist was really good. The way they did it, where Gwen was outside his apartment, the other dimension, really good. Really caught me off guard.
Okay, wait. Just staying in the Sony and Marvel. Have you seen Kraven the Hunter trailer? Oh, it looks good. It's got a bit of Morbius vibe, but it looks good. And still, they still want to go and connect with Spider-Man because you see spiders and all that shit. Just wait until I've not seen the people who break down the trailer videos yet, but I'm pretty sure someone's gonna be like, oh, Spider-Man, shit like that.
I think getting the rights for Spider-Man was the best financial decision Sony made. Like Spider-Man is the cash cow for Sony at this point. They're making all the money out of it, and I'm sure Marvel
Just show a bit
regrets
of
selling the
Spider-Man and
rights to
that's
Sony because
it.
at this point the only superhero who is really famous across the ages is Spider-Man again. There's nobody else. Before it used to be like Iron Man, Captain Stark, but these guys are not there anymore. Did you say Captain Stark? Uh, but now, uh, I used to like Thor a lot, but not much lately. I don't know. It's been dying on me after the last movie, especially. I don't know. They just made him so weak for some reason. I feel
It's
like,
not the character, it's the
uh,
story writing
yeah,
that Ant-Man
Infinity,
turned out to be amazing, but
yeah,
then the story just made me feel like this guy's
Infinity
just a
Wars was
goofy.
peak Thor for me. Like Ragnarok was when they actually understood how they should handle Thor's character, and Infinity Wars was the best way they could handle it.
Ragnarok was perfect balance of your comedy, action,
Yeah.
storyline. It was amazing. It was fun.
Ragnarok
But
is
the
what got
latest
me
one,
into Marvel. That was
oh,
the first movie that I watched properly, and then I ended up watching a lot of other Marvel movies. But still, I didn't watch them
okay,
in perfect chronological order. But then I watched Infinity Wars, and then I was hooked on. Then I watched everything except
nice.
Hulk and the first two Thor movies. Nobody has watched it.
Oh, wait. Have you watched The Incredible Hulk? You have watched it, right?
No, I haven't. I have seen clips of it here and there, but I've never watched the whole.
Here's fun fact. There used to be this game of The Incredible Hulk on PS2. I was playing that. And then I learned after a few years that there's a movie based on this game. This game is based on that movie itself, and I'm like, wow, I had fun playing that game. I'm gonna go watch the movie. I watched the movie. It started out a bit slow. I'll be honest. It started out a bit slow, but when you compare the MCU Hulk with this Hulk, this one's like far up there. I mean, sure, the Banner is different story. Mark Ruffalo plays amazing Banner, but if you want to go like the Hulk like raging out and doing random shit. That's it. That's the Incredible Hulk. You gotta give it a view once, put it on your watch list. Not up there, like somewhere in middle or down there, sure, but it's a good movie. I liked it.
What do you think about games that are made on Super? I feel like they are just there because the movie and the games aren't themselves. There was the Avengers game. I didn't even like the gameplay of it. It looks too childish. Even
It
Spider-Man.
looks childish.
The things I have played some Spider-Man games. The only fun part is swinging around, nothing else. The fighting is not fun because you're just so strong that the fightings don't feel challenging at all. Uh,
You know, the mechanics matter in all the games, and especially the superhero games. I think there was a Iron Man game as well,
yeah,
in
yeah, yeah.
phones. Uh, But all of these are just story based. Spider-Man is open world. Batman is open world. I remember hearing a lot about Batman Arkham series, where the story is amazing, the gameplay is amazing, the whole mechanics is amazing. Like you, you you gotta fight properly with the criminals and all that shit.
I
But
think it comes back to that, right? When you play a superhero game, there's just so much that they can do, which cannot be translated
exactly,
into the controller. So they just end up making it super simple for you to do it, and it just kills the vibe. Whereas for games, I prefer games which are more grounded and repetitive. Just walking around, you're fighting with your arms, shooting people if you have to. It feels more natural to play.
ha- you've played Assassin's Creed, have you?
I haven't told me about that a lot.
I've told you that about a lot, dude. Assassin's Creed is fun. I just bought Assassin's Creed Syndicate. It was nice.
I've always wanted to
I've
play
been playing that a lot.
the Uncharted series,
Oh yeah,
Last of Us. And the things I've already
okay.
watched the gameplay for all of them, but I still just want to play them for the sake of it.
If I'm not mistaken, Uncharted is similar to Lara Croft.
Yeah,
Uh,
it's
if you
like
want to give Lara,
Indiana Jones kind of vibe.
yeah, just
Oh,
going around getting treasure and all that. If you want to go for Lara Croft, then you can take mine. I mean, it's fun. You have to do crafting. You have to go hunting, gather materials, and
that
it's
is
not open world.
that is one of my pet peeves.
Sorry.
I do not like games where you need a lot of things in settings menu. I just hate those kind of games. Like, I know The Last of Us has this thing where you need to make your own gun, you need to collect your resources accordingly. I get why
Resources, yeah.
they're doing it, but I don't like it. It's the same reason I don't get into Minecraft a lot. I like the concept of it, but I don't like having to craft everything. I see why people do like it, but I feel like when I'm putting on a game, I don't want to think as much. I want it to feel as natural as possible. A little challenging at times, but I just want to get through it rather easy.
Yeah, I was feeling the same about Assassin's Creed last night because there's this whole big map, right?
Mm-hmm.
You can go around doing stuff. Now, before completing missions, I just went on to do side missions and leveled up my character to level 9, which is not max level 7 max, but level 9, sure. What happens now is everything is maxed out, the character is maxed out, and now when I go for the first missions, it's just like one hit and dude's dead. I pull out my gun, the dude's dead. W- Sure, but getting there was pain in the ass. I mean, gathering resources just to upgrade your character, I don't see the appeal for it. I get bored easily. That
Uh, it's not even about collecting the resources. It's more about going in the settings menu and having to apply it to your character. Like, I played God of War, right? I played most of it with everything that they gave to me by default. I rarely went to the settings tab and changed stuff. I've seen videos where people are like, okay, you're fighting this enemy, so this enemy you need to use this weapons because these are better for these enemies and all that. Too much.
dude,
I don't want that. I'm just there for
you
having
know, you
fun.
know when me and Kevin, we were trying to pull you into playing Borderlands with
Borderlands.
us. Yes, that's the exact logic. There are like 4 or 5 different kind of uh the I don't know, the baddies trying to attack you, and they get affected differently by the type of weapons you have. I mean, if those are the fire ones, then you gotta shoot the fire bullets. And you're like, okay, let me go to settings, let me choose a loadout specifically, like 4 weapons, trying to kill that. But then, surprise, there are 5 different enemies, and now it was crazy. It was so hectic. I remember shooting, I die, Kevin's there, he'll revive me, and I die again. And then one day I'll just call Kevin, Kevin, can you come to the game, please? And he's like, what's up, dude? And I'm,
There's another
Kevin, my
uh,
money's give
another
me
thing
money.
that I realized was back when I was young, I didn't think of
Mm.
stuff when I got stuck. There was this game, Prince of Persia, that I had on my.
Ah, yes.
I was stuck on a level for so long. I never got through it, and I don't know why I never thought about googling how to get through it. I think it was about 3 4 months ago. I was just on YouTube. You know those days when you're on YouTube, you want to watch something, you don't know what to watch, and suddenly you just know you want to watch Prince of Persia, and I saw a video on that, and then I just googled full Prince of Persia walkthrough, and I reached the place exactly where I was stuck, and I saw the solution for it. I'm like, what the hell? Why didn't I think of doing this earlier? I I must have spent about like 60 plus hours just trying to get out of that one area in that game.
And usually it's some dumb shit like
Exactly. It's just the game being bad at informing people how to do it. But there
yes.
was a charm in that. Because earlier games didn't exactly spoon feed you how to clear the levels. It used to be fun when you actually solve it. These days, like I play God of War, there are literal arrows pointing where you need to go, and you have the side character who's the son, Atreus. He says it. Oh, have you looked at this corner? Have you seen that big rock up there? You have a talking head. He also says, "Oh, have you tried doing this?" It's like within 30 seconds
On,
they'll give
on,
you the solution.
on top of that, the path like literally takes you forward.
Uh
That's
huh.
the only thing you have to do. Just
Yep.
if you were to go straight, unless you're in a chamber that's circle, but
Sometimes the
still, it's like
camera
the door
auto
is prominent.
aligns to where you need to go.
Exactly. It's either the door is right in front of you that you have to go through, and you know that it's going to be at your left or your right, or it's a camera that's going to pan towards the place, or it's just going to be in the hint somewhere. Like, it's so. Oh, even worse. It just starts glowing. It's like, just go
Ah,
there, dude. What do you think? I'm 5 year old?
like different games handle this in different ways, but God of War had the worst experience because You have two talking characters, and they just keep giving you. Like I've seen so many complaints online when people are like they should make this setting which can be turned off if they don't want, because some of the puzzles do take longer than 30 seconds to figure out because there's just so much stuff going around. But when you have the head and just tell you within 30 seconds, okay, try doing this, you don't feel that joy anymore having solved the puzzle.
You know what? This gives me a good idea. Do you want to go? What was the term you used for the challenging games?
The Freudian game.
Yes. Uh, here's the basic idea. I might have to leave soon as well,
Oh.
so I'll just try making it quick. So, how about a first-person view game, FPV, where you have to finish puzzles in order to go to the next stage and all that. You don't
Mm-hmm.
get hints, but it's based on complete realism. As in, if you were in a room, it's like escape room,
Mm-hmm.
but with no hints. It's like just do your shit and try going to the next level.
I think there used to be games
Is
like
it? Is it
and I really enjoyed those games, but nobody did it to an extent where it's like there is no way to get out of it.
I don't mean like that. There is always a way to get out, but it's like just making it. It's
Yeah,
complex enough where you have to
yeah, it's a
like
good
you can't
idea.
go to. It's a. I don't know. Maybe it's the implementation that matters. But let's see.
It's not even the implementation, right? It's more about finding the right balance between frustrating and engaging. If it's too annoying, people are gonna get frustrated and they leave. It needs to be the right amount of engaging so that even when people are stuck, they feel like okay, the pleasure that they get at the end of it would be worth the time that they spent.
Mhm.
I'm looking at why are these games called Freudian games, but I can't find them. See, so these podcast sessions are useful. Came up with two ideas already: making streamer-centric games, making unsolvable,
Unsolvable.
not exact unsolvable,
Oh,
hard, no hints.
that's extreme. Yeah, yeah. No hints game. That would be something I would try playing. I mean, on top of that, if you're having different not suggestions, different methods to solve anything, we can just try timing it and
There,
seeing who's smart enough. It's like rats in the maze.
there used to be this puzzle. I'm sure I can't find it really, where you had a person you could go left, right, up, and down, and you get through. They had three levels of different games. Something was I played all three really good. Can't find, can't find. That's the thing about these games. Can't find them. What's done with them? You were saying you need to get going soon to it, so let's just try to wrap this up.
Yeah.
So we talked a lot about movies. We talked a lot about games. We had a detour on threads, and guess we are on the general consensus that it's dying already because they're not innovating anymore. They've just stuck to what they came
Yeah,
out with, and they're not trying to innovate either. Well,
exactly.
and the first topic that we're talking about iOS 17. Actually, we never got to talk about iOS 17. We detoured and we never got, but that's fine.
Actually, no, no, no. That's nice. That's nice because we need the main person for iOS 17 to be
Yep,
talking about
we
it.
need Hema for it, which we can't uh do it without him.
It's
He
actually
he
just
he he'll
to
be so
just go
hyped
ahead
about
and
it,
talk
and
about
he will know a lot more about it than we do. More fun with him.
it. Yes, I'm pretty sure he's the one who pushed the button to push the iOS.
And then Another thing was we were also thinking of maybe changing the schedule for these streams a little, where maybe instead of making it a weekly thing, we would come up every time there is an interesting topic. The problem with that, however, is uh right now, since we have a proper schedule for it, we know that we have to make time for it. If we remove the
Mm-hmm.
schedule, we might end up never getting back to it. Because that's what happened with my YouTube
Yeah.
channel. Where before I had the schedule where I would upload a video a month, and then slowly I got tired of it, and then it used to a video in 6 months. And now my last video was 6 months ago, and I no longer have another video, so I don't think I can keep up with that schedule. Let's
Uh,
figure it
uh,
out, I guess.
let's figure it out. Yeah.
Because as we
Ooh,
said before, like this is more of a passion project where we're just having fun. It's not supposed to be anything that serious, and if it's affecting our others' work and stuff, we might have to reschedule around a little. Let's see. If you're not here next week, you guys know why. Any closing thoughts?
don't watch Secret Invasion. That's one. Second, we'll talk about.
iOS 17 touched me.
Wait. No, no, I'll talk about Secret Invasion again because it's like a love-hate relationship. I love Marvel, but then I hate what they're putting out, and I just have to see what weird shit they've done. So talk about it
It's
again.
like a toxic relationship, right? Where you really love that person, but you don't love what they're doing. You hate them for what they do, but you love them for who they are or who they were. You're sticking around for what they used to be, and you're hoping that one day they will be back to what they used to be. Damn, I didn't know that you were in a toxic relationship. Also, war